as there were 2 plane crashes this week as the world braces for Trump tariffs, as Donald Trump's government funding freeze has put our entire nation into chaos, as Donald Trump literally tried to divert water in California to a wrong area that was already subject to flooding, so he could somehow claim he turned on a faucet by further flooding an area. By the way, farmland with farmers who actually voted for Donald Trump and who tilt Republican voters, Trump screwing their farms even more. While all of this was going on, as our nation in the United States, as we are totally suffering and weaker than we've ever been, as Americans don't feel safe anymore to even fly on airplanes or to do anything relating to the government. This is what Trump was doing. He was selling his meme coin. So as prices continue to skyrocket, as housing is not more affordable, it's less affordable, as mortgage rates go up, as there's no peace in Ukraine, as Donald Trump promised, he's selling meme coins once again. He goes, I love $Trump. Go get gettrumpmemes.com. The guy is selling meme coins still right now from the Oval Office as this is going on. As you see another plane crash, 2 in 1 week. This one's in Northeast Philadelphia. Earlier in the week, a United States military Black Hawk helicopter crashed into an airplane from Kansas, killing 67 people. As Donald Trump was selling meme coins, he then wrote this: so sad to see the plane go down in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. More innocent souls lost. Our people are totally engaged. First responders are already being given credit for doing a great job. More to follow. God bless you all. First responders are getting credit? What are you even talking about? Here's what Donald Trump posted earlier in the day. Two separate plane crash posts. I'm not going to ever normalize this behavior. Meme coins, 2 separate posts about plane crashes. And here's what he wrote in the morning. The Black Hawk helicopter was flying too high by a lot. It was far above the 200-foot limit. That's not really too complicated to understand, is it? Look, folks, it's why character so matters, right? Donald Trump has 0 character. This is a convicted felon, a sexual assaulter, a broken human being, a disgusting human being, someone who has bankrupted multiple businesses. He's a total abject failure as a person. And this is why you need moral character. Is that too complicated to understand? People are in mourning. Our nation is in mourning. Bodies are still being located. What the hell kind of post is this? And then he goes and posts the following weird lie. Photo of beautiful water flow that I just opened in California. Today, 1.6 billion gallons, and in 3 days, it will be 5.2 billion gallons. Everybody should be happy about this long-fought victory. I only wish they listened to me 6 years ago. There would have been no fire. He's saying there would have been no fire. He was taking credit for the rain. He believes that in Northwest California that we border Canada and that you turn on a faucet. You want to know what actually happened? Acting on Trump's orders, federal officials opened up 2 California dams. State officials were not part of the decision-making. Quote, I don't know where this water is going, but this is the wrong time of year to be releasing water from these reservoirs. California is not missing water. That was not the issue. It was that we had hurricane-style winds with fire. Basically, a fire hurricane consumed California, so you can't fly helicopters, and it's hard to bring water when you have that type of wind and that type of catastrophic event. As we wrote on the Midas Touch Network, wrong valve, Donald. Your action rerouted water to the Tulare lake bed, not to Southern California, by the way, where there's not fires anymore and where there is water. The reservoirs are full. Trump stopped the pumping after concerns from farmers, many of whom are conservative Trump voters, who feared it would trigger new flooding in a region that's still recovering from the devastation of 2023. He was pushing water to the wrong area, further devastating farms and people who voted for him. You know what they say, you F around and you find out, but I don't like people suffering. So what else was going on? Donald Trump inflicting more suffering. Here he was from one of his ridiculous Oval Office interviews or press conferences that he holds. And here he says that there's nothing that's going to stop him from tariffing Canada, Mexico, and China. Play this clip.
Mr. President, is there anything China, Canada, and Mexico can do tonight to forestall your implementation of tariffs tomorrow?
No, nothing. Not right now, no.
Not a negotiating tool?
No, it's not. No, it's a pure economic. We have big deficits with, as you know, with all three of them. And in one case, they're sending massive amounts of fentanyl, killing hundreds of thousands of people a year with the fentanyl. And in the other two cases, they're making it possible for this poison to get in, number one. And number two, we have big deficits.
Safety committees for the FAA pushed out. This is across all government agencies, by the way. The same time we learned that Elon Musk pushed out the top Treasury Department person because Musk and Trump and others wanted to seize access to the payment system that releases trillions of dollars from Social Security and medical billing and payments. They wanted access to this information. So now the oligarchs have all of our information, our payment information, who gets the money. They have access to the funnel of money being released. And the head of the Treasury, the acting head, who's a bipartisan person, not a political guy, he was forced out to resign. But you have Donald Trump saying everybody is replaceable. It doesn't make a difference. Everybody's replaceable. Here, play this clip.
With efforts to reduce the federal workforce, whether it's offering what we've called the buyout package or other efforts, do you have any concerns that there will be employees broadly across the federal government who might take that up? And they're a part of the many different ways that agencies protect the public, from food inspections to water safety to the air traffic
everybody's
controllers.
replaceable, and we'll get very good people to replace them if it turns out to be more than we thought.
This also comes at a time when Donald Trump forced the FCC to initiate a investigation into CBS, which is owned by Paramount, because 60 Minutes did an interview of Vice President Kamala Harris before the 2024 election that Donald Trump didn't like. So now the FCC is retaliating against Paramount and basically threatening their merger that they're trying to engage in with another oligarch company. Donald Trump has a personal lawsuit against CBS. He wants them to pay him money the same way, or pay for a library the same way ABC and Meta, $15 million payment by ABC, $25 million payment from Meta. He wants CBS to pay as well, using the FCC to chill First Amendment speech. And look what they're doing. They're painting over any words that have the word like fairness, leadership, compassion, diversity. They're literally painting over it. How Orwellian, how dystopian. Speaking of which, he then has all of his the people who work for him, like this is Kristi Noem, the puppy killer, and she now is the Secretary of Homeland Security, and she goes on Fox. Look at this photo of her cosplaying as though she's I don't even know what this outfit is, like a Halloween costume. It's not how you need to dress if you're the Homeland Security Secretary. It's ridiculous stuff right here. And at a morning meeting, Trump officials have told staff at the Office of Personnel Management to draw plans to cut that agency's staff and programs by 70%, expected to disable federal retirement services program, federal employee health benefits, and more. It's destroying the government and destroying our alliances and destroying our economy in two weeks and making us far less safe. Donald Trump has caused a crash in the American auto industry with the tariffs. Even Fox News had to explain how the tariff announcement prompted a stock market sell-off when Caroline Leavitt, Donald Trump's 27-year-old press secretary, who wear shirts that like MAGA blondes do it better. That's the shirts that she wears. MAGA blondes do it better. Here's what they said on Fox. Let's play it.
Earlier this month, Trump pardoned more than 2 dozen of anti-abortion activists, telling reporters who released 23 that were unjustly put in and having to do with pro-life, and they will be released and they will be out very shortly. It was disgraceful what happened. I was appalled watching Garland. He was isolating us and targeting us because of our pro-life stance, and especially he was targeting Catholics and Harlow. Republican lawmakers have repeatedly accused the Department of Justice of holding an anti Catholic bias in its handling of pro life activists